I'm Rick Buck, and I've been a diamond consultant for over 6 years now. And in this video, we will go over the main ways to buy an affordable engagement ring that is inexpensive but doesn't look inexpensive. So like and subscribe to my channel for everything engagement. Most of the savings for an engagement ring will be in the diamond itself. So first thing you need to do is set a budget, and I have a video specifically breaking down how much you should spend. And since most of the savings will be through the center diamond, knowing how to shop for that and where to cut back will be very beneficial. When shopping for a diamond, the first place I would lower the cost is on the clarity of the diamond. Now that might seem crazy, but hear me out. You see, here I set the slider all the way down to VS2. The reason is that almost all diamonds have flaws, even high quality ones. And those are marked here in the clarity section. But since they all have flaws, it's just about how noticeable the flaws are. VS2 means that the flaws specifically in these diamonds will take magnification to see them, and they're not noticeable by the naked or the unaided eye. Now I have a video about all the clarity comparisons so you can see what I'm talking about, and you should watch that. Or you can just take my word that VS2, it will be very hard to notice any of the flaws if you're not looking for them with something to increase the magnification. Next, we have color in a diamond. If you're trying to find a lower cost diamond, then you can normally cut back on the diamond color to about an H in color or maybe even an I without anyone that isn't a diamond expert noticing that it has a hint of yellow in it. Now, if you're getting a ring with other diamonds on it, maybe stay in the H range because other diamonds that are next to the main diamond may cause you to notice by comparison that there's a slight color to it. However, if you're going with a solitaire ring with no other diamonds next to it, you can probably get an I and maybe even a tad lower if you have to cut back a lot on the cost of your diamond. Once again, watch my color comparisons video for more on all of this. Now I went over clarity and color, but a quick note, it's important to not save money with a lower cut grade, or you will get a diamond that is less sparkly that will likely look even a little bit smaller. So never cut back on the cut grade. Get an ideal or an excellent cut for a maximum sparkle. The next part, and probably the biggest part of saving money on diamonds, is to not get fooled or get ripped off. You see, they know this is likely a one-time purchase that you're going to make. You've never made it before and you know nothing about it. The biggest way they rip you off is by taking advantage of that with certain things. For example, probably the biggest way they rip you off is certifying your diamond with a low diamond quality inspection lab. These low quality for-profit labs inflate the grades of the diamond so you pay more for a lower quality diamond. And then the diamond retailers sell them to you saying that they're that higher quality when really they're not. To avoid this, I would make sure your diamond is graded by GIA. They are the gold standard in diamond certification. Now let me go over a few other common ways they try and rip you off. One is that they flash the carat weight of all the diamonds on an engagement ring instead of the carat of the center diamond. So when you're shopping for the diamond ring, you think you're buying a 3 carat of the center stone of the diamond when really you're buying 3 carats of all the diamonds added up together. They do this because they put the letter TW after the carat, which most people don't know or understand means total weight. The total weight of all the diamonds on the ring. For example, you might buy a 3 carat TW diamond ring, but the center diamond may actually only be 0.5 carats. So you just got ripped off big time thinking you bought a 3 carat center stone when really you bought a 3 carat TW. And if you didn't know what those letters TW meant, well, now you won't get ripped off. Another thing they do at brick and mortar stores is shine fancy lights to make any diamond sparkle, and you won't realize until you leave the store that you bought a poor quality diamond that will never have that sparkle likely ever again. Now, this likely won't happen if your diamond cut is graded excellent by GIA, as I went over earlier. The last big thing some retailers do is give you the cut grade and put the cut shape and hope you don't know that there's a difference between the cut grade and the cut shape. They tell you the 4 C's, one of them's cut, but they don't say the cut grade, and then they never give you the cut grade. Demand to see the diamond certificate and cut grade, not the cut shape, before you buy a diamond. Now also, to help you out, you can buy from one of the 2 links below this video, and I already have all the filters I mentioned put in, so you just type in your budget and you will see the biggest carats in your budget with GIA diamonds only, and all the lower quality diamonds filtered out. And then the diamonds at the top will be within those specifications and the highest carat you can get in your budget. This brings me to the next thing you want to do to save on diamonds, which is buy online. I have full videos on all the reasons why shopping online is better, but they also make it less expensive for 2 reasons. First, they are overall less expensive thanks to the lack of costs for salespeople and expensive rent in a mall. Second, they have a much bigger selection. To illustrate this, let's say you are at the mall jeweler and you want to buy a GIA diamond that is excellent cut, VS2 clarity, and an H color, and is 1 carat. Well, they only have a limited selection on hand, and they might not have exactly these specifications or anything close. I mean, some jewelers only have like 10 extra diamonds on hand. So if you just use their selection, now let's say you'll have to pay for a VVS diamond that is 1.15 carat and H and excellent. And that's gonna cost you way more than what you just wanted. Or you'll have to buy an overall lower quality of a diamond to fit that budget. So watch my video on shopping online for more on that, but it will save you lots of money. Fluorescent diamonds are another way to cut back on diamond costs. It's cool because some diamonds have a blue glow under fluorescent lights. I think it's a cool effect and is one way to tell actually if you have a real diamond. But having diamond fluorescence actually brings down the cost of the diamond, because sometimes, in a few cases, the diamond will look worse if they have diamond fluorescence. Most of the time, however, that isn't the case. Look at my wife's diamond that I bought. It looks really clear and sparkly, but also has a lot of fluorescence. So it doesn't look bad, and as long as you have better specifications, diamond fluorescence is actually a cool thing, and some people think it makes the diamond look even more colorless and more bright and white. Now let's talk about how to save money on the ring or the band itself. The first thing that I should say, and you will notice as a great way to save a little money, is to have a thin band when buying a diamond ring. This does 2 things. First, it's thinner, so that means there's less metal, and it makes it generally a little bit cheaper, give or take. Although that's not always necessarily true. But even more important is the second point, and that is because a thinner band makes the center diamond look bigger, and a bigger center diamond actually looks more expensive. So sometimes you may save a tad on that, but also it's going to look more expensive, so you're saving by perception, I guess I should say. This leads me to the next point. A thinner band would mean you need a stronger metal, and the reason is because a thinner band would more easily bend and break and possibly even lose diamonds. And this does happen quite frequently, and in fact it happened to my wife's ring, and so we had to go have it fixed because it bent and lost a diamond. So once again, you want a harder metal for your diamond ring. But the reason this helps you save money is because lower carat gold rings are stronger than higher carat gold rings and will save you a little more money in doing so. So in this case, I'd recommend a 14 karat gold ring. And if you buy online from one of those links, you will have the choice of buying 14 karat and 18 karat for most rings. The next point is kind of obvious, but you may not know how obvious. If the person you're buying for is open to solitaire ring styles, you will save a lot of money buying a solitaire ring. They are a lot less money, especially at my favorite retailers. Once again, they're listed below. Okay, I don't really recommend this for everyone, but I'm going to throw out another one here. Lab diamonds are less expensive than natural diamonds, but both are real diamonds. You will save a lot of money buying a lab diamond, but you should disclose this to the person that you're going to buy a ring for, because some people consider natural diamonds to be a very important symbolism in their diamond ring, and it shows that you think your love is more of a natural thing or whatever the symbolism is to them. But there's more of a natural desire for having natural earth-created diamonds as opposed to lab diamonds, which is why lab diamonds are cheaper. So if you're wondering now, how am I gonna save more money? You should watch my video on how to set the budget of the diamond ring. And I go over why the ring is expensive in the first place and how, if it weren't a ring, you'd be spending your money on something else for an engagement. Now, most of this video is about saving money and making your ring still look nice by having a big center diamond. However, you can also save a lot of money by not having a big center stone of your ring and making the ring look more expensive and not the center diamond. It just so happens that I more recommend to people go the route of the more elaborate center diamond because that's what most people seem to prefer in my experience. But if you want a more elaborate ring and to save money, some people accomplish this by buying a 4 center stone engagement ring and having 4 smaller diamonds instead of 1 big center stone, which is a lot less expensive because those 4 center stones are all less carats that will make up a higher carat. Then if you do this, you want a more elaborate ring style that takes away the focus from the center diamond. At least that's what people tend to do. Having a more elaborate ring style will cost a little more, but be offset by the much lower cost of the smaller diamonds as well. Make sure you watch all my proposal tips and idea videos now if you want to plan the perfect proposal. Also watch one of my many how to shop for engagement rings and diamonds videos, or mark my words, they know how to rip you off. The best places to buy diamonds are in the description below to save hundreds to thousands on engagement rings, and they are very reputable. Like, subscribe, and watch another one now.